Last fall, the 18,000 citizens of Coalinga, California were counting days before their water supply ran out, when winter storms arrived just on time to save them from severe drought.
Some of this rainfall in certain areas, it will go to help recharge some of that groundwater that'll then help those folks have a more sustainable supply for a while. But, we will see drought again. So, I think there's been much more of a focus, lately for folks to really help these disadvantaged communities and for agriculture to take a more leading role in helping them with the solutions.
Authorities couldn't afford to stop irrigation at local farms, as agriculture is the main source of income for most of the residents. But sourcing water from private vendors could raise the cost tenfold, from $133,000 to as much as $1.3 million for the same amount of water.
So they had a municipal and industrial contract with that community. And so, like agriculture, a lot of these municipal and industrial contracts were cut back too during the drought. Part of it was because there wasn't a lot of water, but part of it, again, is the water has a priority in some cases to go to the environment first.
Although not as critical as in Coalinga, many parts of California had been facing water rationing during the worst part of a mega drought that afflicted the region for more than 2 decades, highlighting the need for a better infrastructure for purifying and distributing water.
There is a need for them too for infrastructure, but more on the side of purification, and then also just in terms of like distribution and making sure some of those aging assets, they don't have a huge ratepayer base, so it's very expensive for them to maintain their systems. And usually these communities are people of living below like the poverty line or at the poverty line, so it's a challenge.
California farmers like Cannon welcome commitments by state and federal authorities to invest in infrastructure, but they say they must act quickly to avoid another water crisis. Ediz Tiyansan, CGTN, Coalinga, California.